Hi Aries, this is going to be your reading from April the 16th to 30th. I hope everyone is having a nice month, especially if it is your birthday month. If this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, share, comment. If it doesn't, check your moon or rising because you could be in that energy as well. Just a reminder, these are general reads, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. If this is your first time at my readings, how I kind of do them is I'll start with the Angel Oracle guide here. I'll move on to traditional tarot and then back to Oracle at the end. It's taking a little bit of time today to get you an Angel Oracle. There we go. Transformation. Well, with all the signs in Aries right now, and especially with the eclipse we just had, transformation is kind of a big subject. All right. Transformation. You are ready to move beyond energies and situations that are no longer helpful to you and to make space in your life for something more purposeful. You may feel a need for a clearing out at this time, not just physically but mentally and spiritually too. As you remove the clutter and debris from your world, you welcome an energy of transformation. Like a butterfly emerging from its cocoon, you are ready to move beyond the previous limitations of your life. You are moving away from any stagnancy or feeling like you're being held back, are taking the heavy energies of your life and making them light, so that you can fully embrace who you were born to be. When this card appears, angels are acknowledging the emotional and physical transformation that has taken place in your life. They can see you more clearly now that you have released the old and fusty thoughts and situations. There's a feeling of renewal now, and you are moving into a space where you are more comfortable than ever with who you are. You have a spark of a splendor burning in the depths of your being, and this spark is creating positive and loving experiences for you now. It's time to enjoy the benefits of your commitment to your growth. All right. Let me pull some tarot cards and kind of see what might be going on for us in these 2 weeks. For my wonderful Aries. Definitely is feeling kind of like new chapter energy for you, Aries. That's what I was saying. I think what's this transformation is all about. I see this kind of transition of moving cycles as well, moving into something new, moving into a new chapter kind of energy. Yeah, it feels good. I feel like maybe some things aren't happening as fast as you would like them to, but they're on their way to kind of start moving or transitioning forward here. I have the Eight of Wands in the reversed, which is energy of actually things not moving quickly, messages, things not coming in quick. Something is delayed a little bit here. Maybe you are waiting on some specific news to kind of get things going or getting the ball rolling here. Maybe you're waiting for like a job opportunity, some kind of contract to come in, or waiting to hear back from someone or something. I don't think, again, like it's going to get an instant response. This is something that's a little bit delayed. Here, for some of you, it might have to do with maybe moving, because we do have the Four of Wands in the reverse, and the Four of Wands in the reverse is like something about energy of like moving away from home, moving away from your kind of current spot. For some of you, this could represent maybe waiting on, I don't know, divorce papers or something like that as well, because this can represent kind of home situations, leaving home, you know, selling a house. This can also represent ending a marriage, things like that here as well. But I see you kind of in more of energy of being like, okay, I'm of leaving something behind. Again, like next chapter energy for you here. Like this was a certain moment in my life, and I'm ready for something new, or I'm ready for that kind of transformation here for me. For some of you, this energy that I'm getting is it could be happening from within as well. This is a really kind of like spiritual change for you, or this is really like an energetic change as well. Maybe how you kind of see yourself in the world, or how you kind of move forward here. We have the Ace of Swords, which is like basically an aha moment. That means your thoughts are very kind of clear right now. I think you kind of see what you kind of need to do. I think you see the plan. I think you see, you know, the steps that you have to take to move forward here, to kind of start this kind of new adventure or kind of new life for you. And you're very clear on that. You're like, this is my plan. This is my action. I'm going to go get it. This is like the aha moment. It's interesting because we have the Four of Pentacles showing up, which is about holding on to something a little bit too tightly here. Whatever this transformation is, we might be very nervous because we're just like, we're moving out of this old energy and moving into something else that's new here, something else that's fresh, and that can be a little bit scary, right? That's when this kind of fear thought moves forward for us. If some of you might be worried about your finances here. Again, if you are having this kind of lifestyle change, you're like, oh, will I have enough money? But with this Knight of Pentacles, there's this stability that's coming in for you. This could also be from someone else that's bringing it in, but it feels like maybe like a job offer or some kind of other money, like financial support for you in a sense. It's interesting because the energy here is kind of more slow. Like I said before, it's kind of more slow moving. And I know especially Aries, I have an Aries moon, but sometimes, you know, you kind of want things to happen right away. You don't want to have it all kind of figured out. You know, there's that like kind of impulsive energy with this, but this feels kind of slow moving. And I think you might be finding something in that energy of the kind of the slowness of these things happening for you. The Knight of Pentacles feels good, though. It does feel like a job offer or some kind of promotion or things like that here for you. Some kind of money. I don't know why, but when this Nine of Pentacles kind of came out in the reverse here, I kind of got the message, it's like, who am I to do that? You know, it was kind of this energy of like, who am I to, you know, start this new thing, or, you know, who am I to, you know, maybe I'm not good enough to do this, or start something new, or, you know, follow my dreams, or whatever it is for you here, Aries. There's something about you're lacking a little bit of self-confidence with it. This might have been something from the past. Again, that's a part of this kind of transformation that I'm feeling with it, because we have the Six of Wands coming out here, that there's going to be a major victory for you. I don't know if there's something you were maybe holding back for a while because you didn't feel like maybe you were good enough to accomplish something, or maybe you were you know, good enough to be in a relationship with someone, good enough for this A, B, or C, whatever it is for you here, because the Ace of Wands can kind of represent any kind of passion or kind of creative drive here. Sometimes can be relationships as well, but I feel like where that kind of the lack of confidence was before, you're kind of being your own cheerleader in these kind of 2 weeks. You're kind of being like, okay, you know, I'm moving past that. I'm moving past this energy of feeling like I'm not good enough for something, or that I can't do something here, because I feel like it feels like progress. It feels like this is what it's going to be for you in the next kind of, it almost feels like year cycle. It's just going to be this progress for you. And I think even though things will maybe be coming in or moving a little bit slower, you're going to be progressing a little bit faster here as well. It's like they're showing me like a clock, but it's like going really fast. Like it's not going to like an actual time, but it's like kind of like that spirally moving really quick. Don't really kind of know what that means, but feels like things are going to speed up, or change is going to speed up. I don't know. Anyways, we'll move past that. Even though we have the Ace of Wands in reverse here, and we have the Two of Wands in reverse, it's still energy for me. It does feel like, again, a start over, a new chapter in our life. But people are kind of nervous about start overs. A lot of people are feeling like, oh no, you know, back to the drawing board. But this is good because that means you can kind of build things up again for yourself. And that's what it's like feeling like in your energy, Aries. It's like, okay, I'm coming at this now as a different person than I maybe was before. You know, I'm feeling victory over that low self-confidence. I'm feeling victory over that low self-worth. And really kind of trusting myself a little bit more. I don't know if some of you are maybe having almost, there's a conversation that needs to be had with a Taurus here. We have the Hierophant coming out, and we have the Page of Swords in the reverse. And the Page of Swords in the reverse is energy of someone withholding communication. So for some of you, there might be a conversation that you need to have with a Taurus, or maybe some of you are going no communication with a Taurus of something like that. Maybe you just need some time to collect your thoughts and not think about these things here. But it's just interesting. I feel like there's this conversation that kind of needs to be had here, and it's something about this kind of like new beginning or fresh start for you here as well, with this kind of Two of Wands in reversed. If it's not a Taurus energy, this might be withholding some communication from someone that's in like a mentorship role, or someone that is in a field that is like that, a religious figure, a psychiatrist, things like that. But it just feels like there's this conversation that needs to be had, but you're not kind of ready to maybe talk about it yet. See if I can get more on that. Might be some kind of painful conversation here as well, because we do have the Five of Cups, which is kind of grief, sadness, and loss here. As you can see, this person is seeing the Three Cups that have spilled over, but they're not seeing that the Two Cups they still have behind them. And I feel like that's what happens when a lot of transformation or these things, you know, when we enter a new chapter in our life, some things get left behind here, some things we know we have to move on from, and we keep moving forward. Again, that conversation between two people is coming out here as well. Again, we have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords coming side by side. It's interesting because it's this might not be for everyone here, but maybe there's like a toxic connection that's happening. Maybe for some of you also you found out someone was maybe cheating here as well. It's just interesting because I feel that there's more than one person in this. Like it's like a three-way almost energy, or like it's, you know, 1, 2, or 3 other person here. Like it's this weird connection between not only two people having a conversation, but I feel like there's another energy involved here as well. But with the King of Swords and Queen of Swords here, both this is kind of, again, like a pair, like a duo, you know, two kind of counterparts here. Because it's in the upright, it's energy of logic, and both kind of, you know, being able to communicate their thoughts kind of clearly. But it's just also interesting because we have the Devil energy coming out sideways, which is sometimes toxic energy, toxic connection. This is kind of something that might be inhabiting someone. You know, sometimes this can be addiction, sometimes this can be you know, negative energy, fear, something like that here as well. So I feel like whatever this conversation, there's some kind of devil energy attached to it. It's like there's something that we have to kind of work out or talk about here, if you kind of feel like doing that, because someone's not kind of doing something in their own best interest, their own best energy here. We do have the King of Cups popping out here as well, and that's why I was kind of feeling like it might be someone else in the mix, or someone else coming in here, because this energy is someone that's really compassionate, someone that's kind of really in their emotions. So it feels, yeah, Aries, it's just so interesting with this energy, because it's feeling like I can't really tell what the kind of situation is for you, but it's feeling like multiple kind of people are involved here. But whatever the situation is, we have the Justice card popping out, which is saying things are going to be fair, things are going to be just. This is Libran energy. Maybe one of these people are Libran as well. It does have you in the end moving away from a certain group of people or disbanding. Maybe you're seeing there's a toxic friend group here. Maybe you're seeing there's a toxic relationship. Maybe you're seeing there's a toxic kind of work environment that's not really for you here anymore, and that's what you're leaving behind. But again, it does feel like whatever we are leaving in the past does feel a little bit painful, you know, does feel a little bit sad, but we are kind of ready to kind of move on, move forward. Okay. Let me just pull some oracle cards on this. King of Cups could also maybe be a friend that's kind of reaching out about a situation, but I see it's a situation with two people, like, you know. All right. So we got happy family in the reversed, and this is what I was kind of saying with the Four of Wands energy, and also this kind of conversation that we were talking about here that need to happen or moving on. When the happy family card is reversed, it indicates a separation or emotional distance from family members or close friends. This disconnect may be from your family of origin, or such as parents or siblings, or it could be something that is standing between you and your present family members, whether it be your children or your spouse. There could be some hostilities that need to be worked out, or perhaps fences that need to be mended. Communication and patience may be called for here, so let your intuition be your guide. Remember, real healing starts when you choose to become your own loving parent, sibling, spouse, friend, or child. The lesson in every relationship is self-honoring, and sometimes the karma is just to let go. And this is kind of what we're talking about, leaving things behind, moving on to something else. Is this kind of energy that's for you this week, Aries. You also got called. Soul gifts, training, it's time to step up. You came to Earth with a double mission, to grow as a soul and to bring about a shift in consciousness. The best way to fulfill these personal and collective purposes is to trust what your soul is calling you towards, for it is coded within the most direct path forward. Your soul may have many gifts that it came here to share. Some of you are already aware of, and others are just beginning to uncover, but you're being called to remember that your soul intelligently chose the perfect conditions to carry out your soul's mission and share your soul's gifts. If you're being called toward a creative project or a passion or an adventure, then this card is a confirmation that you're facing the right way, and at this moment right here is destined. If you're feeling underprepared or thinking, who am I to do that? Right? We were just saying exactly that from this Nine of Pentacles in the reversed. That energy of like, who am I to do that? I think that's exactly what I said. This card is guiding you to step up and leap, and consider perhaps your soul has been training for this moment right here for lifetimes. All right, Aries. Doesn't feel like it's going to be like an easy 2 weeks for you, but it feels like you are doing things that kind of need to be done. And that was your end of month reading. I hope that helped.